Talking about curveballs, we just got a curveball.
Yeah, how about that? Good swing. That's nice.
So we were talking about how your mindset in the morning completely, has a cause and effect on your, communication, whether it be an email or a text message or even a direct phone call. People know. People
They
can
feel your
know.
energy.
They can sense it in your tone, even as you're typing. The tone in your typing, they can tell it. I know they can.
Yeah, especially if you type in all caps.
Ooh, don't type in all caps. That's a good point. Very good point.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing. Most of us in building a business or having a sales practice of some kind or being an entrepreneur, what we're trying to do is take a product or service that we offer and enroll other people who we believe are the right fit for our product or service. So there is a sales process associated with that. Selling is a transference of energy. So it's me understanding your needs as a customer on a deep level, me as a professional helping align solutions based on what you've shared with me or your specific needs, desires, and then being able to convey that in such a way that you feel confident as a consumer, recognizing that this is in alignment with where you want to go or what you want to do. So transferring that energy, and here's what I think is really interesting about that. If you think about electricity is measured by current, right? That's
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Transmission of electricity is through current.
Yes.
If you think about money, money is referred to as currency. So it's also a transference of energy. And so if our mindset is not right and our energy is not right, and we're focusing on all these things that we don't control, instead of just focusing on the things that we do control, people are going to sense that. And in an environment like real estate right now, where the market's shifting, where there might be some buyer reluctance, where sellers may have certain attachments to old price points or not understand what's really going on, we're entering into conversations with people that are influenced by all these factors outside of our control, including family members' opinions and people they work with, and God forbid the news media, the mismedia that's out there, the misinformation. But all these factors are influencing perspective, the perspective of the people that we're talking to.
Yes.
And so the way that we can help them realign the perspective, and we can honor our fiduciary responsibility, which is to truly educate and inform our clients so that they are equipped to make empowered decisions. And the way that we do that is by showing up with the right mindset so that we can engage them in a non-adversarial way, but in an understanding way, ask them next level questions, share information, and help them self-discover what the reality is.
Totally correct. I love that energy shift. We know that energy is not created nor destroyed. It just changes states. And we know that if you're grumpy, that grumpy energy is it's gonna move forward. It is. And if you're positive, people can sense it. I know that. I mean, Eric, I'm sure people come up to you all the time and say, why are you so happy? Or why are you this? Or why are you that? Because people say to me, Tommy, you're just infectious. I want to do something. I want to be around you. And that's very nice. But it's not something that I don't have like a billboard that says be around me. It's just the way you are. And when people know how you are, when they sense it, they want more of that. They want you to transfer some of your positivity over to them to help lift them. And now together you're both rising.
True.
So instead of driving the plane into the ground, you're pulling back on it and you're going up to the moon. And that's really what it's about.
Yes, absolutely. Well, so circling back to leadership, the leadership job starts with ourselves. Whatever we're going through, I mean, we're going to have times of trial in life. We're going to have times of triumph in life. I think that understanding the concept of this too shall pass is something that keeps us humble in moments of triumph, and it keeps us hopeful in moments of trial.
Right.
And we know that everything is temporary. And what we do control is the way that we wake up every day, where we decide to put our focus, and the action steps that we're going to take. So I want to shift to specifically communication and what that looks like right now.
Okay.
It is so important for us to reach out on a personal level and connect with the people that are closest to us. So we've got the book launching before the end of the month. It's called the 100K Business Blueprint. One of my primary motivations for writing this book was to share back the wealth of experience that I have gained over about 3 decades in business total, over 2 decades in real estate specifically, but to share back, because I've been the beneficiary of so many teachers, mentors, coaches, business partners that have just poured into me so freely and allowed me to elevate my own game and allowed me to have experiences, and the clients that have trusted me over the years for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of transactions.
Yep.
And the reason that that was the case was because I was never calling them specifically for a motivation of business. I was looking for an opportunity to genuinely add value. I was connecting with them on a human level. And in this day and age, I heard Gary Vee say this. I've referenced it before. This was a couple months ago when I first heard him say it. He said, the more our world becomes like the Jetsons, the more we need to act like the Flintstones. And to me, personal phone calls, face-to-face conversations, personal notes of acknowledgement and gratitude and appreciation, those are making us stand out more than ever before. And they're grabbing people's attention. And if we're trying to market purely through the whatever's the popular method of the moment, let's call it, whatever's the next shiny object, whether it's social media platforms, or whether it's do this email strategy, or whether it's, buy these ads, or whatever it is, and it doesn't matter. They're all effective and they all have a place in our world. I'm not trying to knock any of that stuff, but that stuff alone is not going to get it done in terms of building personal relationships. It has to be a both and anything that we're doing in the digital space is frosting, but it's not the cake. The cake is, did Tommy and I have a one-on-one phone conversation? The cake is, were we able to spend time together in person and have lunch and break bread and share thoughts over a meal? The cake is, do I understand where his trips are? Does he know where I'm going this summer? The cake is, do I know what's important to him in his life right now? What's he working on that's a personal project or a personal goal, or what's going on in his world that matters to him right now? That's where the connection comes. That's where the deep connection comes. And that's where we build a foundation of trust.
So true. It's so true. Those personal connections, that special video you send somebody on their birthday, that special text message, things that connect us will bring us so much closer together. And I think that you've said it. It's the personal connections, and that's where things have really starting to blow up. I mean, there's people who understand this and really live it, and they don't have a resume because they have a circle of influence and they have connections, and they know, hey, Eric's looking for something. Oh, I know exactly how he acts. I know all these different things. I need him to solve this problem.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about, Eric, through communication is so true.
Yeah. Well, it's just meeting people where they're at, Tommy, and being genuinely curious and just having a more human approach. I think that people talk about differentiation in industry and how do you stand out. This is how you stand out. You care and you communicate and you connect. And it's really, really interesting talking to lots of business owners and real estate agents, even recently. There is such a resistance from a lot of us. And I've experienced this too. I mean, I've been guilty of this in different seasons of my own career. There's such a resistance to picking up the phone and making calls.
Correct.
I don't want to interrupt him.
I don't know what that is.
Blah, blah, blah. Whatever the reel is that's running in our head, the loop that's not serving us and not serving our clients, by the way. If we just get past that, I mean, probably 95 out of 100 or 98 out of 100 of those phone communications that we make, the people are genuinely appreciative of the call. They're excited that we connected. They're grateful that we thought of them, that we cared enough to pick up the phone and have a direct one-on-one personalized conversation. And the other 2 or 3, we just happen to catch them at a bad time and it's no big deal. But even in those, that may be the opportunity that we have where we can really show up for them and build that relationship, not with any specific motivation, but just to elevate the level of human connection. Maybe they're going through a challenge. Maybe they need a resource that we can provide to smooth things out for them or be helpful in the moment. So there's always opportunity if we are willing to take the initiative and just be disciplined and consistent and create, like you talk about, Tommy, the cadence of engagement and do it for an extended period of time.
I love it. I love it. This has been a great half hour. A little hiccup in the middle, but you know what? That's
real life, man.
Sometimes
There's
2
hiccups
pieces
in
of
the
cake,
middle.
sometimes 2 pieces of cake are better than one. So we broke it up into 2 parts. It was so heavy. We broke them into 2 parts. But Eric, thank you so much for for today and for all the great things. And I hope to see everybody next week. We got a great calendar of Monday little snack trainings, and this is going to be awesome.
Yeah, let's keep leveling up. All right. Peace out, homie.
Everybody.